Aloha and welcome to Moana Anela's Divine Reading. I am Moana, the Hawaiian Gypsy, and this is our monthly love reading for the month of August, September. I am getting these out late in August, but that's fine because the energies will still work moving into September. All right, we're just going to start off with a clearing, and then we'll kind of get right into it there. I don't like giving too much of an intro. I like to get right into the reading. All right. A little bit of clearing. Alright, this reading is for the the collective for fixed signs. That is Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, and Aquarius. And right now we've just moved out of Leo season. Okay, so a little bit of heavy energy going on there. That's fine. Just gonna move the bowl out of the way. So yeah, fixed signs, heavy energy. I don't want to say it kind of goes with the territory. That's being a little stereotypical. However, there is heavy energy surrounding the fixed signs. Leo, Scorpio, Taurus, and Aquarius. So I'm not sure what's going on there. We'll get into reading. Hopefully something will come out. However, I am getting a lot of good energy coming through as well. But there's always going to be a balance. There's always going to be, you know, something heavy with something good coming in. Of course, it's all about still continuing to let go. Accepting the process, allowing the process to create the changes within you, illuminate, you know, your higher essences, so you can continue to grow and tap into the divine and align yourself with the divine. And when we do that, then we really align ourselves in love. Things start to go smooth. Things start to happen freely. Yeah, with like minimal effort. So this is kind of wonderful, but I am getting a little bit for the fixed signs. Again, fixed signs being Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Taurus. I am getting a little bit that you may be needing a little bit of motivation coming into the fall, a little bit of a push into reminding yourselves to stick with the positive, stick with the, you know, stick with the faith, stick with like, yes, good things are coming in. Yes, these things are happening for a good reason. It is for my highest good. It is for my own betterment. And especially in love. So we're going to see what's coming through. So with the love readings, I do using Ho'o Pono Pono. I have an intro video. I'll be linking that or connecting to that. And so it's all about the healing process, and then what's coming through in your love life, because it's going to be a direct reflection. And so I like to pull what's called the sigil blind spot from Elizabeth Teal. Sorry, It's teal, but I just sometimes names kind of slip my mind. So, Teal Swan, sorry. Yeah, I don't know where I was getting Elizabeth from. But Teal Swan. And it was interesting because I pulled the cards not back to back. I pulled them like, you know, one in the middle, one in somewhere else in the deck. And it came out 2 and 3. So what I'm getting right off the bat with the numerology here is we're getting a nice consecutive step-by-step process for fixed signs, and it is like, so you know, the energies are calling in for, yes, take allow, again, it's about the process. That's really coming through strongly right now. It's about the process and allowing the process to unfold naturally, and you know, possibly a little bit of allowing yourself to have that willingness to allow things to naturally occur and happen, and in its process, in its natural process, and step by step. So there's a little bit of that happening, because it is a beautiful energy. It may not look like it at first, but it is a beautiful energy. Now, what these sigils are representing, according to Teal Swan, her blind spot deck here, is 2 is about it takes into account a lot about of course I'm putting things in my own words and the message is coming through. It's about self-interpretation. It's about I kind of don't want to say reflection, but it's a little bit about, like, you know, how we are looking at ourselves, and what is our true essence, what is true essence, and then kind of like that programming, what are interpretations that are we deflecting upon ourselves, that are things that have been taught and learned, you know, according to ego, basically. And, you know, and usually ego gets tapped into activation when we act upon the energies of the programming, things that we're taught, societal, you know, proper, impromptu, like, do this, we should do that, you know, behave like that, these kind of things, right? And I say programming because it's not necessarily reality. And 3 also talks about reality as well. So a little bit about reality here. So maybe energies are a little heavy because you're finding, you know, what you have associated in the past of realities, as far as your own being, loving yourself, loving your life, living your life, and then, you know, that passing on into your love life. You know, the realities, you're maybe starting to see, oh wow, I really have been looking things that, you know, not quite the right way, and which is bringing up like certain illusions and stuff like that. Again, these are general reads, and so it's not going to resonate with everybody. So just for those who feel this message is great, continue joining me here on the reading. If it doesn't resonate, again, there's other signs you can check in with, of course, the sun, moon, rising, and Venus, because it's love. But yeah, just go with what suits you there. So yeah, great things being revealed, and it is the time to be really looking at, are your needs being met? Not just about pleasing other people, but it's about, you know, a harmony, you know. So when you are truly, if your heart needs are being met, and that is with the person, and it's effortlessly, then their needs are being met. So we don't really have to, you know, put so much effort into trying to please somebody else, right? you can feel the harmony, you can feel the balance. So, and that's kind of what's coming through. So it's getting rid of like a lot of this programming, and allowing yourself going through your process. And then 3 brings up, you know, about motives, and it's about external motives. So again, it goes back to like all relationships across the board. This is the love reading. So yeah, it'll be kind of like looking into, you know, if you're in a relationship, or if you're looking at moving into a relationship with somebody you're interested in, is paying attention to the motive. And even though 3 talks more about the external motives, it's kind of, whenever we deal with in relationships, oftentimes, you know, how other people are, you know, acting, and we're processing how their behavior is affecting us. Often their behavior is often a reflection of something that is important for us to see in ourselves. And then only with that we get this beautiful growth. So all my readings, and that really ties into the Ho'o Pono Pono. Those are the principles that I put into, you know, when it comes to healing. If you're looking at the cards behind, these are with my monthly reads. I put them in because I draw that energy into the readings that I do for the love readings. If you're interested in that, just look for the link for the monthly. I do the month before, so this will be August. So look for that monthly August reading, and it was a really good reading. All right, so we'll get into that, and then we're going to clarify with each sign. Look for your sign below, and we're going to clarify with the Golden Nouveau Tarot that I got from Ramblin' Mike. If you're not familiar with him, check his page out. He's really awesome. He does wonderful things for love readings as well, and you know, a different perspective on reading for doing love readings. So all right, well, without further ado, this is the general portion. So this is going to be general for all the fixed signs, for like all 4 signs, and Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, and Scorpio, and then we'll get into each of those signs. So just check for that below. And then again, I described my layout. So we'll start with the middle card, and that represents you here. And right off the bat, we get the 5 of Swords. So absolutely, yeah, that heavy energy coming through right off the bat, 5 of Swords. So with the sigils, it can speak a little bit about betrayal, but it can also speak about, if there's, even though the 5 of Swords is often about having to, you know, one of the message coming through for the 5 of Swords, oops, sorry for that, knocking that there, having to stick up for yourself, right? Doing what's best for you, that kind of energy. It can also talk about sometimes, like in the background, people whispering, saying things about you, like behind your back. I don't like saying that. And I'm not getting totally necessarily something really negative or anything like that, but what's coming through is something to do with the people that are surrounding you. And again, it's not going to resonate with everybody. People surrounding you kind of, you know, having this, you know, saying things that are not in the best representation of you, that, and it's about when they refer to you to your other people in your social group. And it's not like they're necessarily trying, and this is why I'm not getting something very bad. And they're not necessarily trying to, you know, betray you or anything like that, or say anything too bad. It's just what they're saying is not in the best representation. And even though they may think they're saying something that is actually helping you, like they may think they're doing something, saying something for, you know, in your best interest, it's actually kind of not, it's not in your best interest. And 3, actually, the sigil here, motives, actually talks about that. because of the fact what they're saying, and it's not so much the words, but it's because of the motivation behind why they're saying it. And that interpretation is coming through not in a good way. And so what's happening is that if you're in a relationship, this is showing through your relationship. So you may be experiencing something right now that is like, okay, we're getting along, now all of a sudden the energy seems kind of off. What's going on? So it's kind of like a call to attention. Pay attention to what exactly, what exactly is, I don't want to bring up like paranoia or anything like that, but it just, be aware. Be aware of what people are being saying. Don't think, it's not to take anything personal. It's just more of awareness, because it's more as like you may need to change your approach on certain relationships, certain interactions, your perception, and you may need to take, a kind of like a second look at, okay, what are the motives behind people? What are the motives, like when they're trying to do you a favor or something like that? What is the motive behind that? And I'm really, really having a hard time talking about this, because I just don't want to bring that energy in that really brings into like, that paranoia, or, people talking about me behind my back. So it's kind of a sensitive thing, because it's not like nobody's out to get you or anything like that. I don't want to bring that energy out, but it is really, there is something here that's, the message coming through is there's something to pay attention to. And it has to do with, reality, being realistic. And it's a heavy energy though. But the only reason why it's important to bring this awareness is because it's going to save you from something, like coming into the next weeks, coming into September. It's going to save you from something, and it's going to elevate you. So just by being aware, and then just knowing that, not to take it personally, not to take anything personally, but just being aware, okay, I need to deal with this. I know these people kind of mean, they mean good. I don't know why I can't think of the right sentence. They mean well, but they're not doing any good. So take a look at the people that are in your social group and what's going on. I wish I had an example. But yeah, moving on, because we want to get to some good stuff. And we have the King of Wands. So yeah. So the King of Wands, a little bit of fire energy coming through. Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. I'm getting a lot of Aries energy here. So there might be, a bit of like, some fire burning under the surface, that kind of thing. So, almost like all this kind of whispering and all this going on, and it's kind of like burning your ears. And it's kind of, I'm getting an intensity coming through. So yeah, this is, I don't know why it's such heavy energy, and I apologize for this. It's supposed to be a love reading. But again, taking the approach of healing, there is a little bit of this anxiousness. And I think that's why the process, the whole thing about allowing the process to happen is that, okay, that's coming through really clearly right now. Spirit just showed me something that's really going to help. That something may not be looking right now, but it's part of the process. So that's why it's okay. It's good to look into it. It's good more to just be aware, but still allow the process to happen. Because what's going to happen is you're going to get a message, and it's going to have you take control. You're going to take like that executive action on the people in your social group. You're going to make a decision, and it's going to be really based on like a really true heartfelt decision. You know, the wands talk about passion and all that, and it is. And it's going to get you to take this decision, but it's going to save you. It's going to elevate you. It's going to show you something about yourself. It's going to illuminate. So again, King of Wands is fire. So this fire that's burning under the surface is creating a bit of anxiety and anxiousness. However, don't be rash. Don't be quick to react. Just allow things to unfold, and you're going to see who's really going to be in your corner is going to be in your corner, and you're going to really see, you know, in love, who is going to be really there for you, and something is coming through, and something is going to happen. So right now he's sitting there nice and chill, even though he's a fire sign, and that's kind of like the energy that Spirit is saying, okay, you're going to want to feel like to make an action, but just hang on. Just allow a little more to reveal itself. But think this energy is coming through, you know, like it's poking at you to get your attention. So there's something that it's really important to be attention to. And, you know, I do want to say questioning, but not in a real, like, you know, scary way or bad way. Just paying attention is really, really important. Okay, and that's the overall energy. Sorry, I should have pulled that card first. Okay, so coming from the lower self here, we have the Empress. So yeah, so the Empress is really she is somebody who is really, really confident. She is a creative energy. Something is really being creative here. So creative is something new, brand new. She also represents something new coming in. So yeah, so that also makes sense that why this energy is feeling really like, you know, I'm getting like turning and everything, because something new is coming in, you know, and it's coming in through strongly. So for some of you, some relationships may be ending. Some relationships actually you may be separating from and then reconciliating. And some of you maybe you've been single for a while and somebody new is coming in. But something is being birthed. There, no matter which scenario, this new love is coming through. It could be a step up in your situation if you are with somebody, but there is something that's there's a process that has to be done first, and which is going to create an ending, and then that's why she's coming through, the Empress. So with the Empress coming through, again, it's also a call to make sure you're nurturing yourself, you're meeting your needs. That's really, really important. Very, very important for the fixed signs. It's important right now to kind of like come into yourself more. It's more of a quiet time. It's not a time, even though we're feeling like this outward energy, this fire energy, it's not a time for reaction right now. It's a time for assessment and allowing things to unfold. And then of course we have the Knight of Wands, which I knew. So this new energy coming through is going to create a sense of move. So some of you may have been, what's coming through for some of you is that some of you may have had your eye on somebody for a while. A little bit of a while, and it's just kind of gone, you know, just kind of like getting to know each other casually or something like this. But now all of a sudden, you know, something has happened, and it's like this relationship is elevated, and there's an opportunity coming in for a chance for you guys to get together. And that's for some of you. And I feel like there is this move coming through. So some of you may be moving in order to, you know, unite or reunite with this new love that's coming through. Now, to me, new love can also represent not necessarily just like a brand new, totally new person, but a new love could also represent, like, if you had been friends, and we have right below, we have the Six of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles. So you've had this new love. I mean, you had this kind of casual relationship for a while, but you know, you kind of like had mixed feelings about this person, but you kind of like had this feeling of like, no, I can't see this going anywhere. But now you're seeing it going. It's all of a sudden, it's something happened, and then all of a sudden it's like, wow, like there was this opening, and then all of these flux of emotions came through, and you know, all of a sudden you're like, oh gee, I really would like to see, you know, where this can go with this person. So the energies that are kind of hidden is the Six of Wands. So very interesting energy. So the Six of Wands. So yes, so there's confirmation to really, really have faith in your passion, have faith that you know something's right, even though you can't see where it's going. So here they're in a boat, and she's got the umbrella there. So she may not be able to see where she's going, but she has faith in the man. Now, I'm not really relating to gender specific, but just kind of like the idea, but she has faith in the man, and he's the one steering the boat. So it's like you have faith in knowing where you're going. So like this King of Wands, he knows because he's done everything right, and he follows his passion. He knows that, okay, everything is going to fall into place now. And that's the thing. She knows that, you know, she can trust him. She knows she chose the right person, and that he's going to take her where she's supposed to go. So there is a sense of travel coming through. And it's like, you just know. So if we just take, like, he represents the masculine and she represents the divine feminine, the feminine energies, then it's like your feminine energy, your passion, your love, your nurturing side, all that intuition, you know that you can trust, like your masculine side, which is the side that is saying, keep going forward, keep moving forward, keep going with it. And you know you can trust that. So because you know you did everything that you did all the healing work, and you really put everything into place. So now it's allowing the process to unfold and reveal itself and let things happen. And then things that you're seeing that Spirit might want you to have a different perception on, and that is the Death card. So that's really interesting, Scorpio energy there. So yeah, so kind of like you're seeing the death. You know the death is coming. You're feeling it, and here it is. So it's heavy energy. But again, so Spirit wants you to have that faith. And when you have that faith, you know, like, this is all happening for a reason. Everything is part of a process. So right now, so what I am really feeling what's coming through is that even though this is a love reading, for some of you, you may not be feeling like so much like, I can get involved with somebody right now. I don't, you know, even if some of you may have, you know, your heart desire for somebody, or you're in a relationship that you know, somebody you love, but you're just not feeling like, right now I just can't be in this relationship, or right now I just can't start something new. I just really need to deal with what's going on, and it's having a bit of an impact in your love life, and that's okay. So Spirit wants you to know that it's good. Just continue to have the faith that this is part of a process. right? Death is part of a process. Death, and then we have birth. The Empress represents birth. So it is part of the process, and that everything is happening perfectly. And so Spirit wants to remind you that it's happening perfectly, and just allow yourself, if there's any pain, especially from things of the past. Three of Swords didn't come up, but I think I saw it somewhere. But you know, death is sometimes, it's a sorrowful card. It's a mourning card. So if you need that time to mourn, give yourself that time. Just allow yourself to, you know, let this death happen. All right, so that's for the general. That was pretty heavy. We're going to go into each sign now, and we'll see you there at your sign. Thank you. Aloha. Aloha, welcome Aquarius. I am Moana Anela, the Hawaiian Gypsy, and welcome to my Moana Divine Readings. All right, so I do the readings with the Hawaiian Ho'o Pono Pono principles and using the 3 selves. I explain that in introductory videos, so I don't take up the time of the readings. So I'll put a link for that below, and we're doing for the sign of Aquarius. I did the general for fixed signs, and then now we're just getting into your sign. So if you didn't watch that, you might want to watch. I explain more, you know, but you're like wondering about the cards in the background. Those are my monthly reads. So I go more into that in the monthly reads. I just like to bring them in for the energies. However, we are going, this is the general, when I did the reading for the general portion for the fixed sign. And we're going to be clarifying those cards. All right, so what do we have for Aquarius? Aquarius. Beautiful energy I already feel like coming through. All right. Actually, I don't know. Beautiful energy I feel coming through. Oh, and look at that. That's what I was saying. Beautiful energy. We got the star card. That's your card. That's Aquarius. Beautiful energy. Love it. Love it, Aquarius. That's great. And that's the overall energy for the spread. And that's covering the general energy for the Empress. A lot of passion going on, Aquarius. Let's see what we got. This is gonna be good. Yay! Alrighty, star card. I love it. Energies are lifting. Wheel of Fortune. Woo! Things are moving. It's your divine timing. You are stepping into, actually moving into September. You are definitely going to be moving into your energies. It's going to be your time. And what I mean by that is basically, I'm not sure what the planetary alignments are going to be coming in September. I got to look that up, but we are coming into some beautiful energies coming in. But yeah, things are moving, karmic, and I just get the feeling that no matter what happens, you're going to be kind of like, you know, I'm hopeful. I got this covered. You're going to be confident. That's kind of what I mean. It's going to be like your time, even though, you know, we're stepping into Virgo season. The Aquarians, there's going to be something there that is like, you know, Aquarius. Like, kind of like a lot of this, like, you know, a lot of love, a lot of hope, a lot of spirituality, and a lot of healing. But what I'm also getting is a lot of harmony, and it's also going to be beautiful in whatever connections you are in right now, whether you're in love or whether you're separated, or If you're single, there's going to be a lot of connections for you. And right now, the love relationship is going to be moving forward. There's going to be a lot of movement there. I'm also getting, with the wheel, I'm also getting, movement in an area of like, some of you may be moving, I guess what people like to say, some of you may be moving house, maybe moving, some of you may be moving for work purposes, but wherever you go, there's going to be a sense of love. If you're single, wherever you go, you're going to find love in this new land, this new place. If you're with a family, you're going to be moving like your whole family, but it's going to up the level of your relationship. So. And that's even like, even if you're not married, but you're in a committed relationship, like I just see love and healing. It's just going to be elevated for you, Aquarius. This is going to be great. So coming here, there it is. A lot of commitment going on, upping the level and commitments. But what I'm also getting with this is this love coming through, this healing love is also going to up your level in spirituality. And some of you actually may be teaching, maybe getting into teaching. Like some of you might be into healing, but spiritual healing realm of things. And some of you may be teaching that to others, whether it's like your online business, doing workshops or traveling. I get a bit of traveling, even though I don't know how that's going to work out. Going into September, but things are opening up for the moment. But I'm getting kind of like the energy of stationed. So, you will be moving into your next life, your next phase. That's what I want to say. Sorry. Your next phase in your life. And it's really going to have a beautiful healing impact in your love life. So if you're single, somebody new is coming in. But I'm really getting for a lot of you, whether it's like past life connection, knowing this person, or you already know this person, but okay, so you have this beautiful, serene essence about yourself, feeling good about yourself, loving who you are, loving your life, loving this nurturing, healing kind of serenity feeling about yourself. You just love this essence that you're stepping into about yourself, and that's portraying in love. And what I wanted to say is, so you're not going to be so surprised, for those of you who are single, you're not going to be so surprised about this new love relationship, but you may be surprised in who this person might be, right? You're like, wow, oh wow, this is awesome. So this person, because there's a surprise element about, who this person might be that you're going to come into connection with, and it's going to be beautiful. And, so let's say if you move like to another land or something, and it's like you run into this person, you're going to be like, what? You're here? Oh my goodness, this is awesome. And then that spark, all of a sudden that spark is going to be lit up and something's going to be awakened. So there is an awakening happening, and in your love life, and definitely a higher level of elevation for those that are in a committed relationship. And so, and this is partly why this Nine of Wands, even though to me this feels like the energy itself, this wounded warrior energy, definitely perseverance. But what I'm getting is these battles that you fought, maybe over the past. I always get like 9 years with this card, something about 9 years, 9 months, something with 9. And the number 9 is significant. I mean, it may not come through every reading, but it's definitely coming through again. The significance of 9, and 9 is the last number of the the numbers. So numerology is the end number. So we have the 9, and then it's like it is the last thing. So it just is my perseverance card, and so it you know, so that represents like, you know, okay, yeah, one, you know, this is at the end, one last task to fulfill. So there's definitely one last task, that one last thing to finish up, but the hard work is already done. It's just the healing. Again, the healing is just being completed. So there's just one last task to finish up, and then you'll be moving forward. But you see, the wheel is turning. So it's happening again. What's beautiful about the fixed signs, you know, we had heavy energy coming through in the general. So a lot of you coming out of this heavy energy. Some of you are still moving through it a little bit. However, with what's coming through for you, Aquarius, is that you know, this heavy energy has passed you for a bit, but there's still a bit of this healing going on, and it was one last task that's coming through, that you're just going to be finishing up, tying the knots, finishing up loose ends is kind of what I wanted to say. But what's happening is that even with this heavy energy that you guys just finished up, is that from now on, everything is going to be more effortless. And that's what's coming through for like all the fixed signs, is this beautiful, you know, beautiful message or beautiful energy of effortless. Things are going to be effortless. Things are going to be in sync. They're going to be in sync. They're going to start just moving. You have already got the ball rolling, and you just got to, you know, finish up that one last thing, and then it's like, but it's moving, so it's going to be effortless. It's not going to take much effort to finish. This is interesting. Scorpio got this in this. I'm just going to bring up both of these cards. So in the hidden energies, what you're not seeing is this 2 of Pentacles. And then what you're seeing, but what Spirit may want you to take another look, and it's a 7 of Swords. And that's why Spirit wanted me to bring both these cards up at the same time. Because I was like, wow, with this perfect energy that's going on with Aquarius, why is this 2 of Pentacles coming up? And it's because of this, the 7 of Cups, which is a beautiful card. It's a card of choices, and there's no doubt, Aquarius, that there are definitely choices that are presenting themselves to you, whether it be in love or actually in career. Now, even though this is a love reading, what's coming through is choices. But what the message here is coming through with the 2 of Pentacles is more of like this essence of, you know, a slight bit of confusion coming from a place of illusion. So, and because this card is in the middle here, so this one last thing to tie up is basically something that has to do with something that was kind of keeping you blindfolded, if you will, right? Because illusion can do that, like have the veil. So there's one last thing that it's like almost like a mystery, solving a mystery, or finding that last piece of the puzzle to finish off the puzzle. So something like that, some kind of mystery, some kind of puzzle, something to that effect. There's something for you to figure out, right? And that's where this 2 of Pentacles is coming in. And it's just basically, even though this is a card of balance, it's a card of, you know, choose, a card of duality, or choices, again, choices. But there's something to figure out before you can make a final choice. And it's going to have to do with, you know, you moving forward in, I want to say career right now, even though this is a love reading. But what I want to say that is because where you're moving on to your career is what's going to have the impact in your love life. It has to do with the divine, right? It has to do with everything going on in your divine, your destiny. So it's like this one last puzzle to finish off, one last task, something you got to figure out, and to bring clarity within yourself. And it has to do with, you know, before you make this choice of moving forward, right? So you have sure-footedness, right? So it's about him always having the balance, always having sure-footedness, and you're trying to get the sure-footedness, and it has a little bit to do with something emotional. So you just have one last thing to figure out, so we can, you know, balance the emotional waters, if you will, that is creating some kind of confusion. That is very, very important to do with your soul, to do with your heart, to do with your passions moving forward. And that's going to have an impact in your life, because your divine counterpart is coming through and you're going to meet them. And it's going to bring healing. It's also part of your healing process. And so I'm not sure that's going to be different for each one of you. But I'm getting the feeling for a lot of Aquarius, you already know what that is, right? Now again, this is for those that resonate. May not resonate with everyone of you, so if it doesn't resonate, then it's not for you. But for those that does resonate, I have a feeling you already know kind of like what this one last piece of the puzzle, this mystery kind of thing, mystery of your heart. Because yes, this could be the one you're calling, I guess you're calling that soulmate. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. Right. So that's kind of interesting that comes out, because again, that's like that surprise. That is also like that mystery. You know, when you meet that person, for those who are single, when you meet this person, it's like, you know, you're going to move somewhere and you're going to be like, oh, wow, you're here? That's so cool. And, you know, and it's the person that you want to, you end up like, wow, you're definitely, I feel like you're the one, you're the one for me. And you're definitely, that is the one that is going to be for you. And then I have forgiving and learning. So again, part of the healing process, this one last task, this one last piece of the puzzle, has to do with something in your heart that is still weighing a little heavy in your heart, even though we got this healing, everything's feeling great. But this one little bit of healing that just kind of is, you know, kind of poking at you. Say, oh, fix me. Or pay attention to me. And you are going to figure out. I mean, it's in the cards. You're going to figure that out. You're going to get that balance. And so from the Twin Flames Oracle, we have preparation and patience and preparation. So yeah, really, really important. Again, part of the healing. So not to be quick to like want to jump in love, because you are feeling a lot of love. You are healing, and it's really making you feel great. It's really making you feel strong. But you still want to focus on yourself a little bit, because this could be the one. This is the one. You've already met them. They're already ready, set to go for you. However, again, all in Destiny's time, right? All in Destiny's time. And that is when you're ready, right? So, and it's going to be effortless, right? Because the wheel is turning. This is all destiny. It's going to be effortless. So it's going to come in. They're going to come in, and they're going to come in effortlessly. It's just, you're just going to kind of bump into them, and it's going to happen. So that's why right now it's just still be patient and still focus a little bit on your healing. Right? So that one last little mystery to be solved. And you're going to be solid, sure-footedness. And the other thing I want to say for those in a committed relationship, yeah, you're almost like the same thing. Connecting with your partner is going to be amazing when you guys move up to the next level. Okay, so from the oh, good. Look, meditation. That's coming through. Meditation. So, quiet reflection allows you to discover the answers you seek. Yeah, exactly. So, getting that mystery. So, let's still a little bit of patience with yourself. Sometimes it's hard to go there, right? Especially when we're just anxious to move forward. But Spirit is saying you're moving forward. That's all happening. So you don't need to worry about that. But still give yourself some time. Still give yourself some healing. Allow the process. And just meditate. You just got to kind of let go. And it's going to reveal itself. The answer is going to happen like that. So I'm getting a lot of that energy for you, Aquarius. It's so beautiful. It's like, boom, just like that. Oh, bang. So kind of like I was saying earlier, you're not going to be surprised that this is happening. But you're going to kind of be surprised like how it happens, you know, or who that person is. Or if you're in a committed relationship, like all of a sudden that, you know, that breakthrough is going to happen in your partnership. You know, it's going to up the level in the commitment, or, you know, or up the level, you know, in that, you know, connection, intimacy. And, oh, wow. Just wanted to come out. Oh, my gosh, my fingers are not working with me today. But beautiful cards are coming out. Oh, wow. Wow. Oh, my gosh. I didn't want 3. I only thought I had 1. So we got twin flame. Yep. Your passion ignites your twin flame. And, so that's that embrace. Through each other, you find the missing pieces, right? So that's happening. But we're just going to have a little bit of healing. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed this very moment. So kind of like what I was mentioning a little bit earlier with one of the cards. Forgiving and learning. And with this 9 of Wands is that, and of course we had the patience with that, with the twin flame wisdom oracle. We had patience and preparation. So the preparation, yeah, is still some healing. So basically, and what I was mentioning with the star card about, you know, feeling that healing energy. And imagining yourself. So yeah, you're already feeling like love towards yourself. You're feeling yourself, you know, as that counterpart, right? And so yeah, imagine yourself, you know, with your loved one already, and you know, feeling that love for yourself. And so from the gems and angel cards, we have. Just going to read that real quick. Okay. Golden topaz. Do you need to recapture your personal power? Surround yourself with people who recognize your talents, intelligence, creativity, kindness, and thoughtfulness. Their appreciation will amplify your goodness. Share your inner wisdom and beauty. It's time to reclaim and amplify your personal power. That's beautiful. Archangel Jophiel. I am a shining star. It's a star card. That's exactly how you're feeling. Yeah. So we're talking about solar plexus chakra. I am a shining star. I focus all my good attributes and amplify them. I see my past shining brightly before me. I love the courage to step forward. I have the courage to step forward with joy and enthusiasm. I help others as I radiate my magnificence. So, and this is so true. You're healing, and I'm sure you're also, you know, humanitarian. Aquarius are like humanitarians. So, but make sure you're continuing to heal yourself. Here's the healing again. So we got healing in 3 places. So that's really, really important to continue focusing on that healing, Aquarius. You still have to make sure you're meeting your needs, and that's important. That's really, really going to be important. So the meditation is going to help, and you can find meditation for, you know, stepping into your power and self-empowerment, solar plexus chakra. So really, really beautiful. Oh, that's so great. I am so happy for you. This is a beautiful reading, and I hope that helped. And I hope that resonated with some of you, and lots of love and light to you all. And I look forward to seeing you next month. Aloha, keika'i, keika'i, love one another. Bye. Aloha and welcome to Moana Divine Readings. I am Moana Anela, the Hawaiian Gypsy, and we are looking into the sign of Leo. Welcome, Leo. Welcome to your reading. So this is the general reading we did. If you didn't see that, you might want to watch that. So a lot of good energies coming in. Fixed signs. This is basically the general is for the fixed signs, and then I get into each individual sign. They are general readings, so may not resonate. Well, probably it won't resonate with everybody. So just take what resonates, and yeah. So we'll get into the reading as well. And so yeah, I'm really feeling good for Leo. We just came out of your season, going into Virgo season now. But yeah, the fixed signs in the general read had a bit of a heavy energy coming in. Some of them are still moving out of the energy, but I feel, Leo, your energy is kind of like, for some reason, aligning with the Aquarian energy. And that is that these heavy energies have already lifted for you. There might be still some things that you're dealing with, or you know, finishing up, but it's feeling really good. So here we go. We're gonna, my readings are all done on the principles of the Hawaiian Ho'o Pono Pono, do things right to make it the healing for you, and that's going to affect you know, moving into your love life, and that's why I do it from a healing perspective. And then it'll also just reveal the energies that are coming in love. Okay. So I also do the spread with dealing with the three selves of the Ho'o Pono Pono. So that's the middle self. That's you represented here. The higher self, that's your divine self. And then the lower self, that's your subconscious self. Okay. No energy's lower. They're all part of you. But it's just tapping in you know, the energies are needing to wanting to come through. So 2 cards want to come out for clarifier. Okay, so yeah, moving out of that, I feel. And then, oh, that's why 2 cards wanted to come out. So we have the moon card wanting to come out here. Usually I only have 1 clarifier, but that's 2 coming out. Okay, so so yeah, 7 of Pentacles, possibly having some issues with not feeling, what I'm getting though, Leo, for yourself, like, you know, in you know, being, you know, loving yourself and feeling, you know, respected. A little bit of issues with feeling respected with your peers, which is reflecting how you feel about you in love. So feeling like almost like a bit defensive, you have to fight for what's right. So, you know, standing up. The 7 of Wands, what I really like about the 7 of Wands is it talks also about, it really talks about, you know, setting yourself apart, right? He's above everybody. And it's sometimes it's also about like just, you know, setting yourself apart from, you know, all the whispers and, you know, everybody kind of like saying, oh, you should do this, you should do that, and all the, you know, the everybody's opinions basically, and you know, that's creating a bit of a defensive kind of feeling for you. And you know, and that's crossing over in love. So it's like this need for like, you know what, I'm just gonna stand over here, set myself apart, you know, set myself above, not get into emotions, right? So set myself above all that and just start focusing back on me, my needs. And this is where the moon comes in. So this is beautiful. This is the moon. I think we just had a new moon. Do we just have a new moon in Leo? Or a full moon in Leo? Anyhow, what I want to say though, this moon coming through in your reading right here with the Seven of Wands is yeah, it's coming back to your own emotions. It's coming back to your own intuition, and it's about silencing all the chattering that's around you right now. You know, you may be feeling like a lot of people. I mean, they're trying to be out for your best interest, but it's almost as if they're not completely understanding what your needs are, and so therefore, you know, it's not coming across right. So it's not coming through in the best of your interest, even though they're trying to be in the best of your interest. But their motivations are off, right? So with the moon is about stepping into your own emotions. Stepping back into your own intuitive sense, into your own intuition, into your own like deep being, and tapping into this lower self, tapping into your subconscious, okay, and really coming back to, you know, simplicity. So getting rid of the chatter, getting rid of all this, you know, all these opinions, and you know, even though people are trying to be out for your best interest, it's not really coming out in your best interest. So, and that's kind of impacting you, you know, in relations and love and forthwith, you know, friendship and stuff. So it's almost like you're not feeling at your best self right now. But because you started howling at the moon, you started paying attention to your intuitions, you're kind of like howling, ooh, I'm calling to my own deep soul. My dark night is a soul. And I can really hear the echo, ooh. And so yeah, you're starting to hear the call of the self, and it's starting to actually make you feel better, because you're tuning everybody out, you're stepping above the chatter, and you're tuning back into your own intuition, which is turning the love back to you, the focus back to you. So coming back to that center, but I'm really getting at the real deep center here, because Leo, you can be very deep. Your sign represents the sun, and we have the moon coming out. So it's like the balancing of opposite energies, right? So, you know, we have all this external energies that are coming out, right? The sun is very external. All its external energies and fire energies, and you're the fire sign. But what's really needed is this cooling, deep, soft, nurturing energy, going back deep into the soul and touching base with your deep subconscious level, your intuitive sense, and touching into that deep love, that unconditional love. So there it is. Call judgment. Exactly. The judgment, Carl. So, right, getting rid of all this external conflict. Just getting rid of it all. Clearing everything out. Maybe, you know, getting bare bone naked and just running around, being all free, getting back to just nothingness. Clear the slate. So, but again, I always see this card as a call to action to getting back to your true essence. And right now it's needed, because the focus is needed to come in. And I was kind of getting that for you, Leo, right off the bat, with, you know, coming into the peace. So the moon is a very peaceful card. Sure, it has all those other aspects, but what's coming through to your reading is a very peaceful card. And this is what you're starting to feel, because you are coming back to this judgment. You are coming back to, hey, wait a minute. The only truth is within me. It's not out there, it's within me. Right? And And you're feeling like you're not even feeling comfortable and balanced in love right now, because you're not feeling comfortable and balanced within yourself. But now you are recognizing that, and you're coming back in, and you're seeing the truth is within me. So I'm going to go back to the basics, simplicity. So what's coming in from your lower self is, the Two of Swords, right? The Two of Swords. So, there you are, Leo. This is the energies of Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So you're coming back to, again, this peace, this coming in. Now, when I'm getting to Two Swords, twos is has a lot to do with balance and duality. And that's exactly what you're coming back into, balance. And what I'm looking at is her, right? So her, you're in the center. Now, I say her, but it's not gender specific. But you're like, there's the moon, and you're centering, and the moon is guiding that inner reflection. What is the truth? You're coming back to the truth of yourself, because there's this conflict, and being a love reading, I can even say, for those of you in love, there's this conflict in love, right? And it's like, you want to know the truth of what you need to do in your situation in love. Like, there's some choices, but the choice, you can't really see, right? You can't really see what truly needed to be justified in what's going on in your love life. I'm not sure what's going on in the love life here, but there's something going on, and there's choices, and you have to have clear discernment, and you're starting to know, I gotta, maybe step away. If some of you with a partner, you might need to step away from that partner for a bit. Say, hey, I'm not, not even like taking a break, but it's just, I do need some space. I need some time to myself, because right now there's this, there's this conflict, confusion going on, and it's coming from external sources. So I need to come back to myself, and the only way I can do that is by, the only way I can have this real judgment is by cleaning the slate, by, getting back to ground zero, and then I'm coming back into balance. But you are doing this, Leo. I feel this is something you're already started doing, and you're good for that. You're good for standing at what you need to do, and it is true. Even the sun gets eclipsed by the moon. So even the sun has to take a break from shining. And Leo, you're a very strong sign. You're very expressive, but sometimes that strong expression has to come from within, right? The call has to come from within you, to you. Not always outside. Sometimes we have to go within. And you're starting to understand, you're starting to see, that's the only place where I'm going to find it's the truth, right? This judgment. And so coming from the higher self, we have the Four of Pentacles. Now, this card can mean a few things. Now, you might see, this card often talks a bit about finances and stuff. And even though this is a love reading, but there might be something, so this confusion or concern might be coming from something financial that's impacting in your love life, your romantic life. But right off the bat, what I got is, what's happening is there is a sense of holding on, and it's actually a beautiful thing coming through right now. That even if you're starting to see some kind of something going on with your finances, it's going to be okay. You're going to balance that out. But the real place that you need to attend to is in the heart. You see, he's holding that pentacle over the heart. So what I'm getting from this is, it's what's your true value, Leo. So this judgment here, right? This call to action is calling you to see within, right? She's got her hands over her heart. What is your true value? Again, that pentacle is over his heart. So I'm asking yourself, what's your true value? So sometimes Leo signs can get caught up in the physical world, and that passes over into love. So you may be in a relationship where your partner, and that comes through with the sigils, by the way. One of them talks about, you know, the motives of people. Maybe you're realizing the motive of your partner, for those of you in a relationship, is not necessarily a true motive. They're there more for what you can give them. And you're finding yourself getting lost in that value. And so it's about asking yourself, what's my true value? Where am I being valued in love, right? So you're understanding that, and you're understanding, I got to cut out all this external conflict, right? Because I'm just stepping above them. I'm not gonna. He's not necessarily fighting. He's just standing there waiting to see what they're gonna do. But in your case, it's more about, I'm just going to stand above them. I mean, I'm not going to engage, right? He's not engaging. I mean, he is ready to defend himself, because he's like, I'm not sure what these guys are going to do, but I'm going to be ready, but I'm not going to engage. And you're not going to engage in that. Instead, you know the truth is within, and you are going within. So it's like a reevaluating. Sometimes, so the Four of Pentacles is a holding energy. So it's like sometimes we can hold on to the moment so we can reevaluate, you know, reevaluate our situations, you know, our tangible situations. So, you know, you might be seeing, you know, your connection there, your partnership, your relationship that you may be in, may be impacting your financial situation. However, more importantly, and maybe that's okay. Maybe it's not impacting your financial situation to a great degree. You're okay there, but it's still, you're seeing that there's an imbalance between, well, them actually valuing you, the people that are around you. Are they actually valuing you, or are they valuing what you possess, or what you can provide for them, or what you can give to them? But, you know, again, even the sun needs a break from shining. So Leo is, you know, it is true. You got to hold on to what you're giving, because you can be a very giving sign, right? The sun is very giving. The sun gives life to all on the planet, the solar system. But again, I'm going to reiterate, even the sun needs a break. So yeah, and that kind of comes through the sigil and the general reading. So you may need to reassess the motives of what people, and so this holding on, if you look at all three of these cards, right, they're all about holding. They're all about waiting, patience. Like he's calling, they're rising up, right? But they're not even dressed yet. So, you know, they're not even dressed. So they're not ready to go to work or anything. They're just rising. They're waiting to see what the next call to order, the actual judgment call is going to be about, right? So, and again, this is about, you know, kind of like being in a place, a moment in time, and just kind of like in the meantime kind of energy. So, you know, I'm at a crossroads, you know, and whether that be the thing that caused you to stay in the moment, or the fact that you put yourself at a crossroads because you know there's something that needs to be reevaluated and you have to go in. So you're kind of holding on to a moment in time, right, to evaluate the situation, you know, especially in love, because moving forward, Leo, you know, you definitely deserve, right? Judgment is all about also getting what is rightfully yours, right? It's a judgment call. But sometimes we have to evaluate, hold on a second, and evaluate to see, well, what is rightfully? What do I really want out of love? Are my social circle or my romantic partners really being, you know, the right fit for me in love, right? And so I'm just going to pull these two out together. This side is the energy that is hidden that we're not seeing, and this is what we're seeing. So a lot of beautiful energy. So yeah, Knight of Pentacles and then King of Pentacles. Wow, you got a lot of Pentacles. So definitely something about, there could be something about definitely, you know, finances or material things. Pentacles is all about that. But what's really coming through is a message in love. You know, this is like an offer. So Leo, you're really feeling passion for somebody and you're really wanting to offer them. But before you do that, this is for some of you now that this message is coming through for. And before you do that, you're kind of wanting to make sure, because something's not quite right. So you're wanting to make sure before you give this offer that it's the right offer to the right person. Making sure that they have the right motives to be with you. Because you're ready to give your heart here. This is very powerful. And so the King of Pentacles is, yeah, you're seeing that you're good, you have it together, you're taking care of your needs, but it can also, you know, if there is a sense of something that needs to be, you know, to be taken care of, the King of Pentacles can again, just had to take a breath there for a second. The King of Pentacles can bring to our attention the need to pay attention to certain details and in assessing, like, are your needs met? Are you being grounded? Are you being stable? Is the person that you're with, are they going to add stability to the partnership? Are they going to add stability to the connection? So yeah, a really strong message coming through about like the stability and making sure that you're taken care of and making sure that you are definitely, you know, taking care of your needs again. And that was the first thing that came out with the Five of Wands, like listening to your own heart here, right? Your own heart. This is like the beat of the pulsing heart, right? The passion of the fire, wands, and listening to your own heart, not just everybody else that they think they may think they have your best interest, but they really don't. So and this is coming through with stability here. This is coming through with also, you know, having all your needs met, and, you know, something that's not going to take from you. I have a hard time sometimes talking about certain things that I don't want things to go astray, you know, especially in love. And today, you know, there is so much deception, there is so much, you know, but I want to come from a place of healing. So, but in some cases, there are things that we need to address, like, you know, is this person that I'm going to make an offer to, are they really out for my best interest? You know, or are they here to just kind of take what they need, right? And I don't like talking about that about anybody, but it does happen, and it's coming through the reading. However, Leo, I want you to know that spirit, you know, this is Michael too. Michael is great for protection. So yeah, that's actually a good word. That's kind of, there was something I wanted to say and it just wasn't coming to my mind. So with all these pentacles, there's something about protection, and it's not just about money. It's you know, it's also about your heart. Like pentacles can just generally represent tangible things, and it can be about, you know, like protection for you, like, you know, and you're going to be divinely guided and protected, right? This is also, you know, allowing divine guidance when we're at a crossroads and we can't figure it out in our mind, right? Because swords are about the mental energy, and you got the water, right? So there's emotional, so matters of the heart that are kind of like causing a bit of a confusion, right? Matters of the heart, things we're passionate about, and there's definitely somebody you're passionate about, but this is impacting the mind. And so when we can't figure that out, we need to stop listening to external energies and go within, right? And just clear the mind and go back to that intuition, go back to that baseline of our deep, you know, intuitive self, you know, and then when we connect with that divine lower self, that divine intuition, you know, we will be divinely guided and we will get guidance, and that will keep us protected. So we're protected. So if there's anything that you're not, if you're questioning it, definitely question it. I mean, pay attention to that. That's really coming through really strongly, is this, you know, divine guidance, intuitive, aligning yourself with this divine guidance. There it is, getting to know each other. And I'm just going to leave it this one. Sometimes I pull one, sometimes I pull 2 or 3, but getting to know each other. So yeah, so, you know, because before he makes his offer, he's the one that finishes he's the one that crosses the finish line. He takes his time and he goes through the details. He goes through the checklist. He goes through the strategy. He goes through things step by step, and he makes sure everything's in order before moving forward. And Leo, because you're passionate and you're a fire sign, but you are good. You're also good with details. You're also you're good at knowing your intuition. But make sure you're paying attention, because there might be something that because that's coming through with the sigil. There might be something that you're like, I really like this person. I know she's going to be good, but there's something inside tugging at your heart saying, no, check something out. And you want to listen to that, even though you may not want to believe this person is capable of something without getting all paranoid and stuff. You still want to pay attention to that, and you still want to kind of do the investigation. I guess I'll say the word investigate. You still want to kind of investigate, and you still want to just patience. Okay, you want to just hold on and patience for a second. So that's really coming through, right? And so really important. Yeah. So get to know them. Now it may still work out, but it still may be something you need to address. So getting to know the person, you may have that intuitive feeling. So Spirit will divinely guide it. It'll come to clarity once you go within. Take that step back. Take the step back. Take the separation, and I don't mean necessarily separate. For those of you single, before you move forward, take a step back from the person. Or if you're in a committed relationship, just say, okay, I just need some time to myself, but you need this moment, right? And then it'll become clear. And then the good thing is this relationship, I feel, will still work out, but it's just something you need to address before moving forward, right? As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens, okay? So there's something that needs to be revealed. Is what's really coming through. And that's why I want to leave that card there, because that's the important message that's coming through. So let's see what the Twin Flame Oracles have to say. And Sun, King, and Queen. Wow. Sun, Queen, and Queen. So what I'm getting more is that this is how you're feeling. But what the thing is that both of you need to reveal something before this relationship can go to the next level. Or before it can come together. There's something that has to be revealed. Or if you find out that it's not going to work out with this person, then what's going to happen is you're going to save yourself from something, and then the right person's going to come through. And yeah, that's what I want to say. And then Wings of Love. So love is transforming you either by flying or flying out. So what I want to say about this is that, yes, you are definitely right now responding to a lot of this romantic feelings you're having, a lot of this passionate feelings you're coming, but just know it's really coming from you, you know? And so this is transformation. So now moving forward with somebody else, that love has to transform. So for it to transform, it may have to go through a bit of an ugly step or a bit of a revelation, right? You know, that judgment card, something might have to be revealed. Something might have to come forward in the limelight, you know, that may not be so pretty first before moving forward. But you're having a lot of beautiful energy. Oh, look at this. So now from these cards we have wait. What? Wait, yes. Don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. Yes. So with that being said, allow something to be revealed. Like, and it's not like it's something you have to force. I mean, it's going to come through. You're going to be divinely guided. So, and with all fixed signs, the word effortless is coming through. It's going to be effortless, but it's like this sense of paying attention, embrace. Through each other, you find the missing pieces. Okay. So this is what's going to happen. Wait, right? There's something being transformed, right? When there's transformation, there's new beginnings, right? All new beginnings. Something is being reborn, rebirth here. But something has to be revealed, and it's going to be revealed through this rebirthing, and that's why you don't want to rush. But what's going to happen is when the real thing is going to come through, that embrace is going to happen. It's going to come together. It's going to be such a beautiful energy. Leo, you're going to be thankful that you looked into it. You're going to be thankful that you discussed it, you know, with your counterpart, with your new lover, with with whomever this is resonating for. Okay? And we have the peacock copper, sorry. Okay? Are you in touch with your magnificence? Find ways to bring more joy into your life. Be aware of the source of your emotional challenges or perceived blocks so that you can release them. Get in touch with your inner radiance. Get in touch with your inner radiance and shine your light brightly. That's so beautiful. Archangel Sandalphon, My life is dynamic and full of vibrant energy. I am full of vigor. Oh, so true, Leo. I am authentic and loyal. I confidently show my true colors to others. It is fabulous feeling to be all that I can be. I am full of life-enhancing joy and goodness. Yeah, see, that's you, Leo. You're giving that life-giving energy, and you're so vibrant, but you have to make sure that, because it is tangible, it's energy, so you have to make sure you're giving it to the right person. And you have to make sure you're giving it, you know, reciprocally, that it's also being, you know, come back to you equally. So really important. So definitely a call to get rid of external influences and voices and all that. Step above that and just tune into your own intuitive self, because you are the sun and you will find your answers deep within. They are there. But sometimes we just have to dim the shine and go within and give that sunlight back to yourself. Beautiful reading, Leo. Oh, I really love it. And I hope this helped some of you. I hope this resonated. And I look forward to seeing you next month. Aloha, keika'i, keika'i. Love one another. Aloha.